We're back. Time for our Neblett, Beard, and Arsenal legal difference segment. Wes Gralapp with us on the phone, and we're going to focus on homeowners coverage and following a hurricane as you try to recover. Obviously, a lot of people dealing with that right now in central Louisiana. So, Wes, good to have you.
Thank you, Mark. My heart goes out to all of our viewers. This has been a devastating storm, and we all have different roles to play in it. We all have different circumstances to deal with, and I just plead with everyone to be patient with their neighbors and fellow people of central Louisiana.
Okay. Wes, I'll start with this. If my home is damaged in the storm, what's the first step?
The first step, and it's still not too late, is you need to do what we call mitigate your damages. When I say mitigate your damages, you need to protect your property from further damage. You have that obligation under your insurance policy. And if you don't do that, you could face a possible denial of coverage for those things that were caused by the storm. Mm-hmm. I guess, in other words, your insurance company does not want to pay for damages that were caused after the storm hit as a result of things that you did not do that you could have done to prevent further damage.
Yeah. Wes, what does the property damage cover on my homeowner's insurance policy?
Well, there's really, it covers wind damage, and it does not cover flood damage. Mm-hmm. There's a difference between the two. As most of us know,
that's interesting.
In Louisiana, you can live in a flood zone, and you have to have flood coverage to be covered for rising water. Yeah. However, in this instance, we don't really have any flood damage. What we have is wind and storm damage. And if you have coverage for your home, then your property should be taken care of, minus your deductible.
Right. You apply for that flood insurance through FEMA. What does the personal property insurance coverage include, Wes?
That's also known as contents coverage. When you buy your homeowner's policy through your insurance company, they also do an estimate of the value of the contents of your home, your furniture, your clothing. When people face these types of things, we used to tell them to get out the Sears catalog, and I bet you own one of everything on each page, and that's what your contents are, and you need to make sure that they're properly covered.
Yeah. What types of damage may be recovered?
Well, with there's the flooding issue that we already talked about, but anything, your roof damage, broken windows, doors. I've been asked by people, what about the debris? What about the trees that didn't hit my house? What about those that landed safely and now I've got to hire somebody to remove a huge tree? Your insurance company does not cover debris removal. Most of the time, that is something that you have to do on your own.
Okay, moving on a bit, Wes. Hurricane deductibles. Louisiana is one of a few states that is known to have a hurricane deductible, right?
That is correct, and that's something that most people don't realize, but we have an additional deductible on our insurance policies whenever a storm is named as a tropical storm, and then that deductible goes up a little bit when it becomes a hurricane, as declared by the National Hurricane Center. So people will be facing a lot of different issues when they make their claims, and it's very important that they read their policy and speak to their agent and be prepared to understand that there are deductibles that apply that will cost all of us cash out of our pocket.
You're right, exactly. Quickly, I got one last question for you, Wes. What does replacement cost mean?
There's two different types of coverages on your home. Yeah. One of them is replacement cost, meaning if today you have to replace your house and it costs more than what it did when you built it, then you get to replace your house. The other is actual cash value, and if you have an actual cash value policy, then that means that they pay you the value of your home and not what it costs to replace it.
Got it. Wes, some good information. Again, if people have any questions about this, best way to get in touch with you?
Call us at Neblett, Beard, and Arsenal, 561-20 $2,500.
Got it. Thanks again, Wes. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mark.
All right, we have more to come on this Thursday. The Tide Loads of Hope. We'll tell you all about it.